you got? Okay. Everything's looking good. Nice and dry under here. The ground is a lot more frozen than I had hoped, though. We're gonna stay out here for the day, cook up a good supper. I'll show you what I got working with. What I got working with, yeah. Hey, don't chew on that tree. That's the, like, no, it's a lie. No, it's my plant. Leave it, bro. Hey, Trip, leave. Good boy. Come here. Oh, son of a gun. 0 to 100 real quick. Come on. Okay. Get my glove and come. Get your toy and come. Drop. Good boy. Leave it. It's not your toy. That's the word you use. You understand. Here you go. Chew on that. I decided to bring my Wildland Scout pack out for the trip today. This is the pack that I designed with the company Why Not out of Toronto probably 4 or 5 years ago. Don't sell it, don't get anything from it. I have 2 of these packs. I really like them, and I'll continue to use them. This along with my Hidden Woodsman, switch it up. In going with the theme of the fort and like pretending I'm a kid out here building this for fun, with no agenda, not because I want to live in it, not because I want to work on my skills, just because it's fun, I figured I brought that tarp out last time. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. I bring the tarp out, I put it up, I do a lot more work on the fort than that was last video. I got that tarp out of my basement, and there was a previous owners of my home's tarp. It was free, it was dirty, it's old, it's got holes in it. I like that. I like that for this fort, for this idea of this fort. So going with that theme, all of that to say this, I found this little foam pad that someone had got me like when I first got into camping from like Walmart or something, and they thought would have been useful for me. I never used it. It's literally called Camping Mattress Pad. Anyways, obviously you wouldn't use this on a camp. It's not going to be warm enough, it's not going to be buoyant enough, durable enough, but for out here, I think it's a good idea. Let's open it up and see it. I've literally had this in my basement over the course of 2 separate houses and 5 or 6 years. Smells like camping mattress pad. Okay, well, it might be long enough. Anyways, I can line whatever bed I make with this while I'm out here, and then obviously if I'm sleeping out here, I'm going to bring something else or make a bough bed. But this will be, I think, helpful. And as long as I have that tarp up, this is not, no, leave it, bud. This is not going to get wet. And it's winter time now, so the damp is kind of out of the air. It's pretty cold, as you can tell. We did get some snow, but in this forest, it's melted a lot of it. Okay, so that's something. Camping mattress pad. We'll set that up. We'll get a bench made, or even something to sit on made. I do have also a big sheet of plastic, and I think that I might be able to turn this into a super shelter. It's not going to be airtight, but I think it will still hold its value. Again, in the basement, used, old. It's got tape holding it together already. But these are projects we can use. We do it today, leave it out here, do it later on, whatever the case may be. I also got a shovel, and I do want to kind of bust up the ground. So let's see about that. Let's see if the ground's too hard to be tilled. I'm going to till my fort ground. This is that EST shovel that I did a video about sometime this past spring or winter, almost a year ago now. I'm still using it. Sent me a couple of them. Okay, so now we've got our shovel. I do want to try to turn it into a more of a pitchforky hoe type thing, so I might be able to adjust it so. All right. Maybe not. There we go. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, we're laughing. Oh yeah! Excited Joe. Yeah, no problem. Watch out, big guy. Oh, you're so very helpful, Tripper. Okay, we're gonna have to get this dog doing something else. You want a bone, buddy? You want a bone? Tripper. Good boy. Hey, stop, bud. Stop, stop, stop. Here. Down. Here you go, bud. There, look here. Good boy. Yeah, you like that, eh? All right. Clean this out in here before I start, so I can get a nice even ground, a nice flat lay. Get a nice flat lay. Flat lay. Watch out, buddy. Go on. Go. There's a decent rock. Surprised there's not more big ones like this. It's not even that big, actually. We can use it though for our fire pit. No, leave it. It's a rock, bud. Leave it. Working out pretty good. I believe I'm almost done. It's pretty flat. There's a real big root there that I'm not going to bust up. But yeah, it's pretty flat now, comparatively. Chipper, go on. Go on. Back up. Go. If you knock my camera over, bro, it's not going to be cool. Yeah, this is all full of roots now, big ones. Anyway, looks good to me. It's much more flat at the back now where I'm going to put my bed. So that's cool. And up at the front, this does have a dip, or sorry, a hill to it. And this is a dip over here, but it's kind of not that big a deal on the outside here. I know I do want to put chairs out, so maybe I do want to get a little bit more flat. But I am working up a sweat, I'll tell you that much. Throwing dirt all over myself too. Mud, sweat, and tears. Anyway, I'm happy with that. Looking pretty good. Not too many rocks. Only those couple I showed you. If you remember my last video, remember I said that I wanted to bring my silky saw because I thought it would do a much better job of like lasering these poles down, cutting them flush with the ridge pole so that I can drape the tarp over, and in this case actually be able to set up that super shelter style plastic in front, maybe. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna untie this tarp that I put on there temporarily. Just knock it back for a couple seconds, get it down. The tarp worked perfectly. Everything's dry. Again, underneath it snowed a little bit. I don't know that it rained, but it did its job. It kept my wood under there dry, and it kept all the things I want to keep here dry. I do have an idea of keeping things, I do like the idea of keeping things here that I'm going to use, like my shovel, my grill, Tripper's dog bowl, potentially an axe. What are you doing? They're gonna be more work, but easier work to take them all off and cut them, but I'm not doing that. Stubborn Joe. Almost halfway anyway, so. Woo, getting there. Real warm. Real warm. Okay, they're getting longer. They're not flush. They're that's why it was so hard over here. I was rubbing against the ridgepole because I was trying to get it super flush. I don't wonder if it matters. They're gradually getting longer. Probably does matter, yes. Probably does matter. Watch out, buddy. Safe at last. I love how accessible this is to get on top of. These, it's almost like steps, these guys. These guys here. Okay, this is probably what I'll do to trim the rest of them up and get those ones flush too. Seems to work pretty decent. What is it, bud? Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Even cut that big old cedar there. Took a hot minute. So for now, before I build an awning, get this tarp back up, string it out across to some trees, and it'll give us a little bit of an awning, a little protection. Could either do that, tie it way up there, or wrap it down and in, but I don't really want to do that. So we'll tie it up and far away. We'll have to get long pieces of paracord, I think. And this will have to go up and away too. Alright, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all, actually. Pretty good. Yeah, because once you start doing this, tucking it in, the chance of rain coming in and stuff is greater. I don't know. We might have to build a tripod out that way to tie it to. There's nothing really around. Or get a super long piece of rope. I want to go high. That's not even enough cordage either. A little bit more. Okay. Ah. Who knows what kind of knot I'm going to use? Comment below if you that taut line bling. There we go. There's one side. These grommets are always ripping out pretty easily. You can use toggles with them. That kind of help. I'm not going to wrench on it. Well, the paracord might be long enough. Pretty long. We shall see. Watch out, buddy. Please be careful for my camera, bro. Have to put some layers back on after I'm done sawing. I got sure to chill down now. Not working up so much heat. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect if I can tie it off to something. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Maybe this tree here. Yeah, kind of works. And again, I can always build a big tripod or something like that for that to attach to after. But for now, that is definitely good. Hey, Tripper. I don't care, I'm just chewing this stick. So it's up. I'm not gonna hit my head off of it when I walk by it. By the line, that is. And that's up high enough away from the fire. It's all good. I might want to peg out the front ones even higher, but again, that's something for another day. That's looking mighty fine though. Mighty fine. Yeah, plenty high. There's two grommets in the middle. I can definitely pull more out, and it's not even the way I want it. Like I still have to cut down the sidewall to wrap it over and everything. This is just temporary. Did you see that? Oh, I hope the camera got that. This is just temporary anyway. Okay. Feeling good about my progress. What did we do today so far? We tilled the ground. We made the ground nice and even in here. We cut all those pieces down, which was a necessity. Rigged up the tarp again. We have our plastic here and our padding here. I think for now, I'm going to get all this mess cleaned up. I'll sort whatever cut off pieces I can use for firewood, and I'll keep those. Keep them under here under the tarp, nice and dry. I might try to rig up a bench here, or a bed, but I am getting hungry too. We'll see. See what happens. I'm getting chilled. Did you take? Oh, did you take my toque? Oh, Tripper. Just zero remorse, eh, bud? What is this? What did you do? No. Someone made me this, so thank you. I had an awesome subscriber made me this and sent this to me. I believe it's out of alpaca wool, so thank you very much. I like it a lot. It's loose fitting. It's light. Has a little hole in the top for ventilation, so it's nice. Appreciate it. There's a couple logs behind me trees that I had taken down for using parts of them, and there are other parts of them that I haven't used yet. There's some big long pieces that I might be able to use for part of my bench. Also, some of those stumps back there that are still long I wanted to cut down. They can use for propping my bench up. What are you eating? Buddy, you need to stay back, okay? Because this is an axe. No. Okay, bud, you're scaring me. Back up. Back up. Back up, bro. What are you doing? There you go. Okay. Watch out, bud. Watch out. I'm just gonna cut it here. I know it's long, but I can fix it up over there. Move, bud. Okay, this dog has to go. Come on, Tripper. Get out of here. Go on. Yeah, good jump. Nice jump. I'm just gonna use this old stump as a chopping block. Should probably be able to get it in one or two. Ah, snap. Wah, wah. Okay, now this has got to get cleaned up real good if I'm going to use this for part of my bench or bed. I guess that's it for pieces that I don't have to cut. Okay. There's this here, but I keep leaving this with the hopes, or with the ideas, that I'm going to be using this fork for something to prop up. So we'll keep that aside. It's actually pretty thick on the bottom here. Oh, she's dense. She's dense like an old spruce. An old spruce stump. She's as dense as an old spruce stump. Oh my god. Tripper, what the heck, man? I'm glad he doesn't do that to the kids. That's how wide that stump is. I've bottomed out completely on that side. So we're almost done though, 3/4 of the way through, a little bit more. I'll switch the saw around, saw from the other side, and everything will be good. Right, Chirper? Mm-hmm. I can see I can't get any purchase on it except for back there. So it's an easy fix. Actually, I could probably almost kick it over right there, but might as well get a good, nice, clean cut on it. Nice. Not too shabby. Pretty clean as it were. All right. Put a couple underneath each one. And I'll put, go, I'm done, go. That's enough, that's enough. I'll put the smaller ones out. Down, down, all the way. I'll put the smaller ones underneath this bigger one here, and some bigger cross pieces underneath the smaller diameter over there. That way, it should all equal out. Leave it, buddy. So, we went to Windsor for Halloween. Autumn, I don't know if you guys remember, 6 months ago, Autumn had some, we had some concerns about her hip not forming properly, her joint in her hip not forming properly. And we went down to London, they said it was all fine, but then we had our checkup here up in Sault Ste. Marie, and again, they said that she had some problems. Went back down to London and we were assured it's okay. So hopefully that's the end of that. But anyways, we made a trip out of it. We went down to Windsor so Emerald could trick or treat with her cousin. And yeah, it turned out okay. But we've been away for a while and Tripper's been cooped up. So he's got a little bit of energy to spend, which is understandable. Okay, let's get this done. This is taking too long for no reason. Again, I'm hungry. I'm not doing this, like, this isn't the finished product. I'm not even gonna collect all the wood for the bench. Just setting it up, see how it goes. I can't even fit this in here, it's too long. Okay, so let's get a measurement so that I know I don't want to cut that too short, right? So we'll go, want a little bit of a hangover. 2 and a little bit. And considering that the other one we have is a little bit thinner, we'll start from the thin side and cut off the thicker side. Move, bud. 1, 2, 1, 2 and a bit. We'll call a bit there. We'll cut it flush. We don't want to use the axe on these pieces. I want everything nice and tidy. Okay, let's see. Again, this has to be cleaned off quite a bit more, but Tripper, leave it. Yeah. Is that long enough for me? Oh, did you knock my camera, bro? I didn't even take that into consideration if it was gonna be long enough for me to lay down on. That's a silly thing to do. Hey, bud. Hey, buddy. Okay, okay, okay. All right, let's check and see. Let's check and see if it is tall enough, and it certainly is. So that's a bonus. Silly Joe. Watch out, bud. I mean, I'm gonna cut it a touch longer, just about a couple inches longer, just to be safe. Okay, buddy. That's a good thing I did, because, oopsie, this side is a little punky. Okay. Let's get these in there. Maybe one more. Maybe I'll cut down one more. a little short on the head, but the plan was to never sit back here. The plan was to use this for a bed only and to have my chair up there. Let's get the little bit of foam pad. Oh, he's too cute. When I bring him something to lay on, he refuses to lay on it, right? You've seen that in the past. Let me show you. Show you what Mr. Tripper's doing. Oh, Mr. Tripper. Just laying on my pad. Good boy. Move. Okay, I'm not going to take your stick from you, don't worry. Okay, let's get this down there and see. Okay, that's something. This will definitely help with whatever sleeping pad or boughs that I bring or make out here as a bed. It'll add to it, but certainly alone is not anything. I gotta peg the logs into. No, stop. Stop. Oh, and it's a little slopey too. No! Put a hole in that plastic. Man. A little slopey towards the head, but you can fix that. Buddy. Oh, this dog is on a rampage today. Come here. I know. I'm not going to. No, this is your bowl. I'm not going to rip it out of your. We're not going to play tug with the bowl. Nope. Okay. It's just not going to happen. I'll put it up here, and you can leave it alone. Tripper the Wonder Dog. But yeah, anyway, it's starting to feel homely. Feel like home, lots of stuff. Lots of amenities, flat ground. Look, I have flat ground. I have this dog. Okay. I'm gonna clean this up and start a fire. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen way too much dog. This dog is too much for me. This dog is crazy. This dog is way too crazy for me. I can't handle it, and he needs to go home with me. But really, I'm just trying to get this place ready for an overnight. I think the next time I'll be here, I'll do an overnight with the dog here. And yeah, it's just the weather's just supposed to drop more and more, which is kind of good. That way I can know it's not going to be too wet. There's going to be snow on the ground, and can prepare for that. But yeah, I think I'd like to turn it into a super shelter. I'm waiting on something in the mail from UGQ Outdoors, the same guys who did my top quilt. I have something planned with them too to come up. Drop it. But this isn't that. I'm just waiting for something in the mail from them for Tripper that he can carry himself for sleeping. It'll be a top quilt and a pad that he can use for camping in the wintertime because his coat isn't as long as Scout's was, and just a wool blanket might not do it to be on the ground. He might need to be in something. So we worked something out. I'm waiting for that in the mail, and as soon as I get that, I'm going to do an overnight with him here. I probably will rig up the super shelter thing like I was saying, to see how warm I can get it, and to make the dog as comfortable as possible. And that way I can bring a little bit less gear out here that I need to stay warm with if I'm relying on wood and the super shelter effect. It's fun, it's cool, it's a fun thing to do. So I'm excited to do it. Again, I can store all my firewood under here. This place is becoming very comfortable to be at. It's important to put a good base down for your fire. So I've grabbed some of those cut-offs that I took off and put there for the bottoms. This one's a little bit too long. It's about twice as long as I need. I probably showed this before, but I'm sure there's a lot of new subscribers who haven't seen it. So when you're trying to cut something this short, it's a little bit awkward to hold, right? Something longer, you can kind of prop it against the ground, or its own weight holds it. But something like this, while it's possible, it's just a pain to cut that way. Something I was shown by Terry Barney, Iowa Woodsman, my mentor back in the day, and it looks a little bit silly, but it works really, really, really well. It works better than you could imagine. And it's holding the saw on the ground with your feet and using your two arms to move the wood up and down. I'll show you. So it's a little bit easier with a bigger buck saw, but something like this you can still use it. My left foot goes inside of it, holds it still. My right foot is kind of behind it, propping it steady. I take both hands on the wood and I move it completely up and down. My whole body, or sorry, both my arms up and down so that the wood goes all the way up. I'm not just doing a little sawing motion with my wrists, my whole arms are moving. Super, super easy. Makes quick work of wood, even bigger logs, especially when they're short like that. It's a really, really useful thing to know. Tip of the day from Joe, boys and girls. Stick with me. You know, leave it, bud. Or for all your wood cutting tips and needs. Oh, tripper. This cutoff is extremely dry and light. I like the color of the wood. Very seasoned, so I'm going to split it down and make some kindling out of it. No, back up. Oops. Pretty. Pretty. Autumn walks around the house with a hairbrush, like most of the time backwards or upside down, touching her head with it, going pretty, pretty. Such a good kid. She's a little under the weather right now. That poor baby. Daddy, daddy. Tripper's off. Alright, this is probably enough. I'm gonna need a flashlight to get out of here. It's losing light pretty quickly. Silly daylight savings time. It always seems to screw me over, not help me out. Alright. Well, that sucks. I filmed lighting the fire, or I thought I filmed it and I didn't. I didn't end up filming it. I walked over and the record button had not been hit. And I started the fire so very cool as well. It was slick. I said, I want to start the fire with matches this time. I pulled out my matches, I pulled out the first match, first try, and I did this. But I got it on the first try. And I lit it, and it was all good. We had good banter between me and Tripper. Yep. But none of that's on camera, so none of it actually matters. But it happened, I swear. And no, there was no metal in my mouth. That was all tooth all the time. Alright. I'm gonna need a flashlight to get out of here, I believe. The sun's gone down. At least it's going down. So we're gonna start losing light here. Watch out, big guy. Move. Okay, that's good. Oh, I got some food for you in here, buddy. You want some? I bought all these cool little pack of Nalgene containers, and they came with all these cool little useful ones that I'm using for butter and seasoning and stuff like that. So we'll fix our potatoes up now while we're waiting. I guess I'll give Tripper some food because he seems to want that. So I hope you guys are cool with this format, this method. This is the way I want to do it. Just building little at a time, coming out here, cooking up food, enjoying myself, having fun. I'm not in any rush to get anything completed. I don't even know what completed would be. Anyways, that's I just don't want anybody to think I'm just taking this long because it takes me this long. It's taking me this long because I want it to. All right, buddy, come on. Careful the tripod. You guys have seen before, I had one of my most popular videos when I did a shelter just very similar to this. Built it and stayed it for 2 nights right off the hop. It didn't take me a year to build it, or however long this thing's made or taken. There you go, buddy. Heat that up and then we'll give you a decent amount of steak too, alright? I got a real big steak to share with them on purpose, a ribeye, my favorite cut by far. I love the fat. Love the fats. Alright, bud. You eat that. I want to prepare my food. Hope you can see in here. Back this thing up a touch. Would you feel good once you back that wood up? There's a big fine wood round once you back that wood up. Call me Bushcraft once you back that wood up. Alright. Yeah. So I got the old potato and tinfoil dealie. Got some garlic to go with it. I sure hope this is all in frame. I can't really tell because of this strange angle. Shiny side in. People debate me all the time on YouTube. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which side it is. Putting the wrong side in. Everything. Shiny side in, says Joe. Alright. Bought these red potatoes, which I'll probably only have to slice in half. I probably really, nope, that's an onion, it's not for you. Really don't even need to do it at all. But in order for them to cook just a touch quicker, a little more evenly, I will cut most of them in half, if not all of them. And the garlic's got to get cut up a bit too. I got an overnight coming with Buddy Boosh. We're gonna go on the ATVs, and he got like a military era or war era surplus tent, a canvas tent. So that'll be really fun to camp out in. We're gonna go take the ATVs up to some hidden waterfall and set up for the night. Looking forward to that. And then right after that, the day I get back from that, Doug's coming up. He'll be here that night. And we're gonna go do a super bushcraft trip. 2 nights, build a shelter, camp out, cook some good food, camp both nights while we're building a shelter. Can't wait. That's the type of trip I really want to do. I don't know that I'll bring Tripper. I don't know if I'll bring Tripper or not. I have no idea really just yet. Depends, I guess, on if Doug brings his dog and how I'm feeling at the time. He's fun to bring, but it's also a lot more work. And then also, I gotta remember it's getting pretty cold. It's gonna be the forecast for those 2 nights me and Doug are out. Doug and I are out. Are negative 12 degrees Celsius. Coldest it's got lately is probably like -6 or so. I think it was probably -5 when we woke up this morning. Tripper, back up. Tripper, back up. Back up. Good boy. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to those trips. That's gonna be way more bushcrafty. Can you back up, bro? Especially than that ATV trip with Bush. But I really enjoy ATV. I really enjoy ATV camping. I know some of you enjoy seeing that as well. Can't please everybody all the time, but I try my best. And also, I gotta continue to do stuff that I want to do, right? I've been doing this for a very long time, and I have to have some enjoyment in what I'm doing. So, while I do love doing this stuff and the bushcraft stuff and the solo stuff, a little bit too much of it too often gets to be a bit much, and I like to switch it up. So that's where camping with Bush or ATVing comes in. And Doug and I haven't camped together in a long time, probably since the spring. So I've been getting lots of comments about that. And where's Doug? So we'll do that. I'm looking forward to that a lot. Did I mention that? Okay, those are all cut up. They look good. Fire's still going. I do need a good bed of coals to cook this and the steak. When I do my hobo dinners, or my be it the whole hobo dinner with meat and everything, or just potatoes and onions, I like to use oversized pieces of tin foil. That way I'm not in a concern of burning my stuff. And I also like to use 2 pieces. That's the way I was taught, to use 2 pieces, because one will most likely get your food burnt. And while I like the crispy bits, quote Ray Mears, personally I like the crispy bits. I don't like it all blackened and burnt either. So, oh no, oh Joe, that was weak. Spilled the last sip. All right. I have some butter. Butter is imperative. Keep it moistured, keep it moisturized, keep it from burning and sticking too much. I'm gonna throw a couple good hunks of butter in there. I like to bury it within the potatoes so that they doesn't just leak all out or get burned up right against the tin foil. Probably use a little bit more. Can't have too much butter, right? It says your arteries. Said no one's arteries ever. Okay, butter's done. And then the last piece, I have some pink Himalayan salt. Normally I'll put either this or some seasoning salt on it. I like the taste of the garlic and stuff, so the salt alone should be fine. Wrapping this up. I do it the same way every time. I try to keep it as flat as possible. That way it cooks better, cooks faster and even. Aww. If you lose a little bit at the side, that's even better because it'll cook even faster. Just loosely crimp it up and flatten her all out. I wonder how much I actually did lose. Oh, that's alright. 1/2 of a potato. Tripper, where are you? You want this potato half? It's tasty. Okay, so that's pretty flat. And then I'll take the second one, shiny side in, don't forget it. And do the same thing. Wrap it a bit tighter this time. Pack it all in. Now, your hobo dinner slash taters and onions. Good to go. Bam. Nice and flat. How's that potato working out for you, bro? You like it? Yeah. I gotta build a proper fire pit though, for sure. Or fire ring, I guess, with rocks. I gotta import the rocks, at least from other parts in this forest. I haven't seen any other than these tiny little guys. And the one I pulled out today. So yeah, it's just the experience that I want to show you guys, right? It's the experience of me being out here. But a lot of the times I'll come out for half of the day and get a 2-hour video before I really pare it down. And I've started to edit down into less than hour videos because I think that's what you guys want now. But like, I'm showing you the full experience. That's what I'm doing. I'm coming out here and you guys are seeing darn near everything. So anyways, I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's worked this far. And tell me, do you guys want me to shorten them down a bit? Like, I get it. Like, I see people online in the same genre or similar genres making 30-minute videos, and everybody's fine with that. Like, I was the first one really to start making big old long videos, and that became the norm for a long time. And then now I see it's faded off a little bit. So it's like, and I get it. And maybe the summertime was different. In summertime it slows down all the time. Maybe now it's colder weather, people want to be inside and see longer videos, and I still will make my long hour, 2-hour videos when I'm doing an overnight, but I guess it's just not necessary when I'm out here for the day to put a 2-hour video out, and that makes sense, right? Like, that does make sense. I'm starting to chill down a bit. I'm gonna move this chair once again because there's better lighting out here. It's kind of cool to have this easily movable chair. It's nice. All right, I got a nice big fat one. Again, like I said, on purpose. Can you? I really want to give you some, man. Lay down, down, down. Just relax. It is 0.626 kilograms. I don't know what that is in normal weights, but she's a beast. She is a beast. I'll flip those potatoes here when I'm done doing this. But yeah, she's hefty. Hefty. I'll use the spoon side of my spork, say that 10 times quick, to mash in the spice. Oh, it's thick. Look at that thing. Oh, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And then I'll use my normal side, my fork spork, to eat with. Fork spork. Where are my gloves? Where'd they go? Where are my gloves? It's getting dark. I gotta get my headlamp out. Seriously, where are my gloves? It's always a good time out here at the fort with Mr. Trooper. Sometimes he's a pain in the butt, but I would much rather have him here than not. I'm sure he feels the same way about me. It is time. Oh yeah. That's gonna be good. I'm gonna let that grill warm up a touch, just because I leave it out here, burn off any nasties, scrape it with some wood, and then yeah, just with this piece of wood, and it'll be good to go. I'm hungry. I'm gonna switch out batteries because this is on red. I'll be right back. And we're back. All right. Full bars, green battery. We're good to go. Scientifically proven to kill all germs. Dirty wood and some fire. I'm having a good time out here, can you tell? We were in Windsor. I was cooped up for like a week in the city. Got out here as soon as I could. Okay. I hope for the sizzle. Can we get a sizzle? Yeah, we'll get a sizzle. Oh yeah, buddy. She's thick. She's a inch and a half thick. The bone attached to it. That's flavor town, as Mike would say. I guess we're getting the flashlight out now. Oh, buddy, look at that. Oh my goodness. Looking delicious. Looking delicious. Sure, these potatoes are plenty cooked. Staying warm over here. I got another beverage for myself to go with the dinner. So all's right in the world. It's getting nice and charred. Personally, I like the crispy bits. I want the fat actually to get charred more than anything. Let's switch it up here. There we go. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Well, while that's cooking up, I'm gonna go grab myself some twigs so that I can have a fire after the food's done cooking, because I'm getting pretty chilled, and I'd like to use it for light for filming as well. I got a bunch here. It's good to get these out of the way anyway, so I'll walk by and snag myself on them. Oh, that looks kind of cool. I rigged up my flashlight to shine down in there. Looks good. Looks good. I took this stuff off. Steak looks amazing. I'm going to let it sit for 5 minutes. I am also going to throw these twigs on. I'll show you that steak before I dig into it, I promise. I wouldn't do that to you. Leave it hanging like that and not deliver. Throw these guys on. I'll get some residual light from that. I might even be too close to that by the time that flares up. Alright. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking awesome. I'm the most hungry boy ever. Oh yes! Yes, yes, yes. Cannot forget. We got a Space Invaders from Amsterdam Brewery. Not one of my normals, that's for sure. Just lovely. Just lovely. Tripper's being a good boy, right? Waiting patiently. I got this plate from old Canadian Tire many years ago. Google Canadian Tire if you live in the States. I've talked about it before. Just Google it. Well, you'll be surprised, I'm sure. Alright. That looks really good. Not too burned at all. And oh yeah, definitely done. Use the fork, spork. Side. Use the fork, Luke. Oh, you see this? This looks phenomenal. Oh my. Oh my. Where is the, pass the salt, please. So I like to put salt on my cut steak, the pieces where I cut, and I will be doing that for sure. For sure. Here we are. Here we are, folks. No peasant life. Not even close. Might have cooked it a touch longer than I had expected, or than I had wanted. Surprise, surprise, right? It's not bad. It's not medium. It's not medium rare. It's more like medium, which is okay. Oh my! It's sweet. Oh my goodness. Bam, son. Bam, son. That was super good. I'm only laughing because I didn't spill anything. Oh man. It's so awesome to have a portable chair where you can move it around, you know? Oh my god, steak is so good. So that happened. There's a root here. I can't get them as close as I'd like. Man, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I'm not joking. It's so good. Oh, cheers, guys. Ah, losing my hat. It's having fun. Decent. Decent. All right. I gotta dig more into this, man. You guys want to see a little bit more of it? I would. I sure would. You got some steak juices on the whole potatoes now. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Give me some garlic up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me eat garlic. Up in here. Tripper, you want some, bud? Yeah, I think you do. I think you do. Act the fool. Up a hurrah. Up a hurrah. Lose my cool. Up a hurrah. Up a hurrah. I'm okay, I promise. Okay. I honestly, man, this is so good. Like, I'm not gonna get much. Like, I will admit that this is not cooked to my exact liking, but the taste of the whole thing is just too much to complain about. It is super good. It's like literally sweet. They just put Montreal steak spice on it. It was a really, really nice cut in the butcher. Yeah, that's for the fat one. Give me that fat one with a lot of fat on it. Okay, I gotta put some salt on this cut piece. Yeah, look at that. That's medium. I'd call that medium. Oh, just dissolves in there. I don't even know why I'm using utensils. I'm a freaking animal. Okay. Well, I will continue eating this, sharing it with Mr. Tripper. Here you go, buddy. I'll get back with you in a little bit. Oh, my stomach is absolutely, completely full. Right, majority of that I gave a bit to Tripper, a decent amount. We are done. It's time to clean up. I'm gonna get out of here too. So I got my spices, which worked out awesome. I love these little containers. I got the pack of it at Sale Outdoors. I'm sure they sell it plenty of places. It's a actual Nalgene brand pack with like a bunch of these and then some bigger containers and stuff. Super handy, durable. I've had these for a long time. Leave my gloves alone, buddy. Oh, my tummy is so full. My little tum-tum. It's getting cold, man. So I don't have to bring out half as much stuff. That steak is gone. The plastic stays here. That foam stays here. What else? those potatoes, his food, all that stuff. So be a lighter pack on the way out. Not that it's a far hike or anything. Pick this spot so that I could get in and out relatively easily and quickly if need be, for ease of getting in and then safety as well, but knowing I was going to spend a lot of time here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just a short one, I'm sure. By the time I'm done editing, it won't be too long. But this is my day. This is when I was able to get back out after being gone away for about a week down south. So, like I said, big stuff to come. That trip with Bush is going to be lots of fun. And then that Bushcraft trip with Doug will be very fun. I'm sure you guys will like both trips. Both are good guys. I have a lot of fun with both those guys. So, and then after that, just winter stuff. It's gonna be full-blown winter here soon. Like I said, it doesn't look like it in the video here, but there's snow around. Just in this bush, it's melted for some reason. Not anything substantial, but soon that will hit. I believe on the weekend when I'm gonna be with Bush, it's supposed to snow quite a bit. So we'll see. It's always fun in the ATVs in the snow. Check out his new used tent, and yeah, we'll have some fun. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you very soon on the next video.